It's almost lunchtime. Almost. Look at this darling little thing. I was trimming. Sorry about all the noise. It's been chaotic with some carpentry work going on here today, but look at this. I was trimming bushes and doing some gardening at my mom's house, and I accidentally nipped off this tiny little bud before it had a chance to bloom. Bean, you're not supposed to be on the kitchen sink. You want to see the flower? But yeah, I felt so bad that I accidentally trimmed it before it could bloom, so I brought it home, and that was 2 days ago. And then this morning it's been slowly opening up bigger and bigger all morning, so I don't know how long it's gonna last, but that makes me so happy. Bean, you're really pushing your boundaries. You know you don't belong up there, silly boy. I know you're hungry. Hello. This is take 3 because I haven't picked up the camera in so long, and hopefully I don't make this too awkward because I'm so out of practice, but I'm taking myself on a little self-care adventure today. I say adventure because it's something I've always wanted to do since we moved here 2.5 years ago. I'm just pacing around my apartment while I talk to you because I'm nervous. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, sorry. It's been a bit of a chaotic day. Yeah, I'm taking myself on a self-care date adventure, and I want to bring you with me. So first we have to feed little Bean because he is so hungry and he loves to let me know. And then we've got to pack up a few things, and you just got a tour of my entire apartment. So, I'm picking out a journal to bring with me today because I've really been wanting to journal. And so I narrowed it down to these 2 because I have so many journals that are empty and have never been used. But I'm leaning towards the butterfly with this cute little grasshopper. I think butterflies signify transformation, so this feels like the one. So we're bringing this. Okay. Nothing like starting a brand new journal. Put things away. I feel like an entirely different video would be showing you my whole journal collection. Does anyone else love journals? I don't think you can have too many journals. And then, just to extra put myself on the spot and out of my comfort zone, we're going to be vlogging in public. Ugh. Just a big loungy baby boy today. recording. Oh my goodness. I've been sitting here in the car trying to get this situated. So I have you propped up on the steering wheel with my camera holder thing like wrapped around the steering wheel. And while I was trying to figure that out, I honked the horn really loud. And I mean, it's just so awkward filming in public. But I wanted to make this little update video and connect. First of all, phase 1 of today's adventure is complete because I got my favorite iced matcha latte with oat milk from my favorite coffee shop in town. It's so yummy. This is the highlight of my day right here. And this coffee shop is in this adorable neighborhood next to this darling little park. It's in the center of this neighborhood, and usually I just walk by or drive by. I've never taken the time to actually sit in this park, so that's why I'm here today. I brought my journal and my blanket, and I'm going to take the time to sit under a tree and enjoy the nature here. So actually, 2.5 years ago, when my husband and I first moved back here to my hometown in California, we lived in Portland, Oregon for 9 years, and then we moved back here. I actually made a little update video at that time, and I was sitting pretty much in this exact same spot, and I think I was even wearing the same shirt, and of course having a matcha, to give you an update on why we moved here. My mom had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So here we are 2.5 years later, and I'm very glad that we made the move to be here, so that I could be with her and go through her journey of having cancer with her. And my current update that I wanted to share is that my mom has passed away. She passed away a month and a half ago, and I was with her, and she was able to be at home on hospice. And I mean, there's a lot to share around that. I will say that this is, I feel like, the biggest moment of my life, because my mom was the biggest love of my whole life. Like, that unconditional love, that you get from, hopefully, from your mother. And I know everyone has a different family dynamic and relationship with their parents, but for me, my mom was and is the most important person to me in my whole life, in the whole world. And like, I'm still wrapping my head around all of this, and I know that I'll be processing this for the rest of my life, because what's really sinking in now, like a month and a half later, is the reality that she's no longer here with me. I'll never see her again, or talk to her again, or hug her again. And yeah, if you've been through this, my heart goes out to you, and I'll just say that grief is really complex. It's really complex, and it's more than I can go over in a little short video, but I just wanted to come back to this park where I started this journey when I shared that we had moved here, and just give this update. That was my first experience with cancer, with a loved one, or just like witnessing what cancer does to a person, and watching someone you love so much just have everything slowly stripped away. And it's different for everyone. My mom had stage 4 cancer, so the doctors made it clear from the beginning that we knew where it was going with her passing away. We knew that there was no possibility of remission. At least that's what they tell you. Of course, you keep hope. And for the past 2.5 years, my life revolved around helping her stay here as long as possible, but also have as much quality of life as possible. But once we stopped treatment, and also during treatment, because chemotherapy is awful, you just witness all pleasure and joy in life being taken away as their health declines. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I miss her terribly, and I wish she was still here with me, but I'm so glad that her suffering has ended and that she's no longer going through that. I mean, she went through so much for 2.5 years. She was so strong and so brave, and I'm just glad that the suffering is over for her. And now I'm just processing the fact that she's gone. But anyhow, I don't want this to be completely depressing. I just wanted to share that. So I assumed that I would need a long break from like life in general, and especially from doing anything creative or that brings me a lot of joy, like making videos. But I'm finding that instead I feel a sense of urgency, like life is precious and life is short, and I want to spend my time doing what brings me joy, sharing it with others, focusing on spending time with the people I love, and especially just connecting to my purpose. And yeah, I think all the time about making videos. I think it's just a big passion of mine, and I know my mom would want me to keep making videos. She watched all of my videos and she really liked them, and I know she would want me to keep doing this because my heart feels called to. So that's why I'm here making more videos. But I think I am going to keep it more simple. And I mean, I will say that my past videos, I probably spent anywhere from like 50 to 100 hours filming and editing each video, and a lot of that is my perfectionism, which I'm working on letting go of, like just sitting here in the car letting it be a little messy. I'm not gonna try to make everything perfect. I wanted to share this. I'm going through my mom's things. I'm kind of procrastinating that because it's a very emotional thing to do. But I noticed right away that she has beautiful handwriting. She always had the most perfect handwriting. And she wrote herself a little quote and pinned it to the bulletin board that I used as a kid in my room. And it's a Marcus Aurelius quote, and it says, "Your days are numbered. Use them to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun." And she had that pinned up on the bulletin board just for herself. She never pointed it out to me, and I actually didn't notice it until after she passed away. And I kind of feel like it's a little message that she left for me. And I know she had that for herself. She had such a beautiful soul and way of looking at life. I really appreciate her love of nature and her love of just like reading and taking things slow and really appreciating peaceful moments. But it makes me feel more connected to her to read this quote, because that is just how I want to live my life. And yeah, that's how I know she would be happy that I'm going to try and continue to make videos and pursue my creative interests and embrace life to the fullest while I have it, because it is short and it is precious. What I wanted to do today was just come to this beautiful park and do something I've always wanted to do here, but have never taken the time to do, and just spread out my blanket and sit under a tree and feel the fresh air and write in a journal. I've been feeling so called to journal since she passed, and I haven't taken the time to do so. I think this will come up in future videos, but I have been thrust into so much new responsibility, and it's overwhelming. Like, life is so busy right now. I have so many new responsibilities. I have big life decisions to make. There's a lot of change happening that I'll share with you soon. And it's really overwhelming to have all of that going on while trying to process my loss. But at the same time, maybe it's a blessing that I'm so busy, because it's giving me this forward momentum. It's giving me something to focus on to keep me from wallowing in my grief. But if too many days go by where I'm too busy and I don't take the time to slow down and connect and feel my emotions and feel my grief and honestly just think about my mom and honor her memory and try to connect to her in some way, then I start feeling really anxious and out of alignment. And I've been feeling the call to journal since day one of her passing, and I have not taken the time to do that. So I'm going to do that for myself right now. I think it's so important. So I want to show you the journal that I ended up picking out, because I know my mom would have loved this. Look how pretty it is. This pink flower reminds me of that little flower I showed you earlier that bloomed, which I accidentally cut in her garden. And then in my mom's backyard, there are always beautiful monarch butterflies and like little yellow and white butterflies. And look at the detail of the little butterfly on the back. And then on the inside pages, this cute little design. And then my favorite part, look at the little caterpillar with the leaf in his mouth. Like, how adorable is that? So I know my mom would have loved this, and I'm ready to enjoy some time in nature and journal out my thoughts.
Place your bare feet on the